Okay, here, this is our report or discussion for today. Lesson we be acquainted with constructive feedback. By the way, the root word of feedback is feedback. Is it really important to our life to have or to receive a feedback? I think for me, yes, it is because when someone give me feedback about myself, I know that I need to improve something to be a better person soon. So that's why for me, feedback or feedbacking is really important. So for us to know more about the feedbacking or feedback, we will tackle there are two types of feedbacking. First, I will discuss the first type, which is the constructive feedback. What's constructive feedback? Constructive feedback is when an individual provides a meaningful judgment based on observation to promote a positive change in other beings' productivity, performance, or behavior. Actually, receiving a feedback, it's up to you as a person how you will receive it. If you will receive it as a positive way or in a negative way. So in this constructive feedback, when someone gives you feedback, you receive it as a positive. Okay? You're just giving a conversation, the two of you are just giving a conversation that meaningful, not a useless judgment at all. You're giving a meaningful conversation that you know that person can be a better person soon. So this constructive, as what I said again, it's more on positive, and to be that person that you're giving feedback is receiving a meaningful. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to productivity, to improve yourself, and not just only your mental or your personality, but of course your performance. Especially where we need to receive a lot of feedback, even if it is a negative or positive, and let's what do we call this? Receive it and turn it into positive, even though we receive a negative, and also our behavior, our personality. And so that's all. The next slide would be.
So good morning again, classmates. So today I will be presenting the types of constructive feedback. So there are 4 types of constructive feedback: the negative feedback, the positive feedback, the negative feed forward, and the positive feed forward. So now let's proceed to negative and positive feedback. So negative feedback is corrective comments about past behavior. Focuses on behavior that wasn't successful and shouldn't be repeated. Sharing the correct course of action by passing judgment on past actions. So the key word of this is that this type of feedback involves commenting about your past behavior. So one of the examples that I can give to you is that you have a friend that isn't cooperating in your class. So you as a friend, you're going to talk to your to him or her that so that he or she will be aware of his actions. So you're going to you're going to talk about his negative behavior and suggest improvement. So sorry for the wrong typo. It's supposed to be positive feedback. So positive feedback is affirming comments about past behavior, focuses on behavior that was successful and should be continued, giving positive remarks on previous actions or methods to ensure their practice remains in trend. So one of the key words of that feedback is that this type of feedback involves affirming comments or praise. So one of the examples that I can give to you is that in your class, you are tasked to do your teaching demonstration, and as you demonstrate your teaching demonstration, your panelist was what we call that, ganahan sila sa imong presentation. So, so topic easy to understand. So, this positive feedback focuses on acknowledging your past positive behavior and encourage its continuation. Para dili siya maputol ang kanang more something momentum bitaw sa bata. So next is negative feed forward and positive feed forward. So negative feed forward, corrective comments about future performance, focuses on behavior that should be avoided in the future. So nakabantay mo nga ang negative feed forward or ang negative feedback kaya na sila differences. Ang negative feedback is nag-comment ka sa past behavior sa person. Ang negative feed forward, nag-comment ka or i-correct mo ang iyang sayo para sa iyong future performances, dili na siya mag-throw. So, one of the example of negative feed forward is kanang kuan. So, for example, nag-teaching demo ka, tapos more bitaw nakulbahan ka, like wala kang katarong o percent. So, as for example, ako ang instructor, para mag-boost ang confidence sa akong student, ako siyang what do you call that? So mag-give ko comment sa iya nga to improve your next presentation, try to speak more slowly and clearly, and also consider using more visual to support your point. So ang focus ginaning negative feed forward is that offer suggestions for future behavior to avoid past mistake. Para bitaw dili na niyo mo yung sayo before. And next is positive forward, feed forward, I mean. So, affirming comments about future behavior, focus on behavior that will improve performance in the future. It aims to ensure the continuous practice of behavior which promote growth and development. So, sabot-sabot tayo ang positive feed forward, guys. So, what we call that? So, positive feed forward, guys, is encourages future positive behavior and offer suggestions for growth. So, ang example ani is nag-perform lugar mo fundamental steps sa arms and feet. Tapos nakita ni mo yung student na, ay, nasi potential. Tapos good, maayo po din siya mag-interpret of dances. So, ikaw as teacher, to promote growth and development of your students, you are going to praise your students and what we call that, talk to her or suggest na, langga, pwede ka magkuan, pwede ka magtulog mga folk dances o folk or foreign dances sa folk dance, kaya maayo ka mag-interpret para ang inyong students, kaya more na siya ma-motivate nga mas mag-develop pag yun sa iyang talent. So these are the 4 types of constructive feedback. So before I end my part, I will going to give you a key point. So kung mag-ingon daw positive versus negative, it focuses on whether the feedback is affirming or corrective. So ang negative feedback o ang positive feedback is that kung siya, ang imo round timaylan sa ilaha is kung ang ilabang feedback is affirming or corrective. So the next is positive feed forward o negative feed forward. Ang imo timaylan sa ilaha is kanang kung ang ilang comments sa past behavior kay suggestions for future or distinguishes between comments about past. So by understanding these 4 types of feedback, you can provide constructive and helpful feedback that motivates and empower your students or other people.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jane Tagamora. And now I will discuss the destructive feedback. Now, I will ask you, what is destructive feedback? Anyone? Okay, Ms. Lynn Kutamura, can you read?
Destructive feedback aims to deteriorate a student's moral by passing rude judgment. These judgments might arise due to incomplete tasks or failed projects, but their aim is never to elevate the overall performance, such as comment tend to degrade the performance level of any students.
Also, kaning destructive feedback kita, murag, ikaw, ang isa ka teacher, murag, gina-lockdown yung student, mo din ang student, murag, di bitaw niya makuha niyang progress kay ikaw. Ang isa ka teacher, murag, gina-lockdown yung destructive feedback mo, unlike sa constructive feedback, kita, murag, gina-motivate niyang student. Pero ang destructive feedback, iyang gina-lockdown, murag, lockdown yung student, discriminate, like, harsh na kayo, unhelpful yung behavior sa teacher, demotivating ito sa student, and it focuses the fault without providing guidance for improvement potential, lowering self-esteem, and hindering progress of the student. Unang destructive feedback. And also, my example about that is, ang teacher, they can mag-use sa student nga, you are always failed to meet the deadlines of your homework. Tapos, you're just not reliable and you are lazy. Hindi na yung student ka lazy. Kada di nga pagka-deliver sa storya sa teacher, impact din na sa student is create a sense of inadequacy and discouragement to the student from attempting to improve. Like, marag dili na kayo, marag wala na kayo confident ang student bitaw nga magpadayon kay ginapan daw siya sa teacher kung ano yung destructive feedback. Wala ka siya confident kay marag bitaw kanang wala. Imbis ang dapat ba sa teacher yung i-motivate pero iyang ginadaw ng student muna ang destructive feedback. Against ang kalainan sa constructive feedback o destructive feedback. Constructive feedback, mo na siyang like, i-motivate mong student, ginag-guide mo sa angay buhaton para mag-progress siya, para naging siya more confidence. And also, ang destructive feedback, mo na siyang unhelpful nga way or behavior sa teacher nga dili maaari buhaton student makawala siya lack of confidence. Also, malos yung self-esteem. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Exxon. So this is the some example of destructive feedback and negative constructive feedback. In destructive feedback, trust me, you are one of the most amateur students we have. So it considers destructive feedback because wala specific na kung saan naka-amateur sa students, which is wala itong niyagi mas nag-focus siya sa manipulating of the students rather than sa constructing guiding the students. So muna siya, ang ginaingon nila nga exotonjil nga mas kanang gi-grade nila ang performance of the students. So, and of course, the negative constructive feedback, your method will not yield positive result. You should incorporate once developed by your mates. So, negative constructive feedback, not negative pero positive din siya ka. Kanang kanang poster also ang collaboration, and of course, ang point out nila diretso ang kanang problem or issue sa ilang performance of the students na kanang, but also it provides actionable suggestions, which is you should incorporate once developed by your mates. Dili natin ko ang collaboration sa ilang kanang classmates nga na siya. So the components of this feedback is tackled by Maria.
So, components of effective feedback. So, these are the components of effective feedbacking. So, first is specific. Feedback must be concrete and related to a specific, measurable, and performance goal. It should also include clear expectations from the student and their performance. So, in specific feedbacking, you should provide detailed or specific information on what the student did well or poorly. For example, the way you paint this art is Very good. So next is appropriate. So feedback should be presented in a positive, tactful, and non-threatening manner. So when feedbacking students, you should remain calm and professional throughout the process. Although negative feedback is both necessary and helpful, it should be given in private. So next is avoid using three words, which is the should, but, or however. Saying should or should have can have a psychological effect on listeners that is similar to how they would feel if they were being punished. So if you use these three words, the students will be able to have this psychological effect on which they think that you are to punish them of their work. So instead of using but in your feedback, you can substitute the but in and. So example is you are an enthusiastic co-member and I want you to think about how you might use energy to get your students excited about learning. So next is ask guiding questions. These kinds of questions are great when you want to encourage problem solving and brainstorming and engaging higher level thinking skills. So when you ask the students questions in your feedback, it should be first learning and exchange of ideas. It fuels innovation and of course performance improvement. So next is the focus on behavior, not personality. Always provide feedback that is based on behavior, not the student's personality or characteristics unless absolutely necessary. So bring up specific behavior is much more helpful feedback than focusing on personal traits. So the last one is not using judgmental language. So avoid judgmental language will decrease the possibility that the students will be defensive. It will increase the
livelihood.
So it will also increase the likelihood that the feedback is objective and based on facts or observable behavior. So you as a teacher should not be a judgmental feedbacker because students will be defensive about your feedback, and also you should be careful on saying anything that can hurt your students' feelings. So listening without judgment builds essential camaraderie.
Okay, for continuation, so next is number 7, based on accurate and credible information. So it is the feedback be based on the accurate informations, provide data to the students and support statement with specific examples of observed behavior and never use rumors as examples. So for having effective feedback, no, so you have to know, or you have to make your feedback accurate and credible.
So there are two feedbacks there are two types of feedbacking, which is the constructive feedback and the destructive feedback. So our conclusions with that is we conclude that feedbacking with someone or having a conversation is really important. You need to be open-minded of what you're saying in a formal way, and in receiving feedback, you should take it if it is positive or negative feedback, because in that way you will learn a lot of knowledge and you will grow from it.